Here.
Got a little something, something.
Okay. Flavor. Those are packed with flavor.
Welcome back, beautiful fam. So I'm gonna be trying this viral TikTok I saw a long time ago of this girl doing spaghetti, and I'll put the video up. She's doing spaghetti and she's doing rolls and she's got mozzarella in it, and it just looks so good, and it was like in a little to-go thing, and you guys know I love little to-go boxes. I'm gonna be doing my twist on it. You guys know I love things from scratch, so we're gonna be making pasta from scratch today. We're gonna be making rolls from scratch, and we're gonna be making our spaghetti sauce from scratch, and everything's from scratch. Because you guys know how I am, let's get into it. Starting with the spaghetti sauce, I'm going to be doing a mixture of pork and beef. And they're rolled up into little balls like this so that I can caramelize them on both sides. Caramelizing them adds, it's called fond, which is basically little brown bits that are stuck to the pan that create that level of flavor that we're looking for. So once I caramelize it on one side, I'm going to flip it and caramelize it on the other side. I'm going to pull them out, and then I'm going to saute my mirepoix, and mirepoix is celery, carrots, and onions. That's just another level of flavor, and by the time you cook it all the way through, it's not going to taste like celery, carrot, and onion at the end. Just adds in that extra flavor. So we're building our flavor as we cook this. After we split the mirepoix off for a little bit, like, you know, till it's translucent, I'm going to throw in the garlic just for a minute or two. And then I'm going to throw in a heaping of paste. After I add in this paste, I'm going to cook that for a little bit because there's so much sugar in the paste that it's going to caramelize itself. And then say it with me, that's just another level of flavor. Into that, I'm going to add some San Marzano tomatoes. Those are a little sweeter than just regular Roma tomatoes. 3 cups of beef stock because I want it to be beefy and tomatoey. And I'm going to break those down in the pan with my spatula. Don't worry about the meat either because you're going to break that down with the spatula as well as the tomatoes. You're not going to have big chunks. And then I'm going to add my little seasoning mixture, salt and pepper, and I'm going to simmer that. I simmered it the whole time I was doing everything else, which was like 2 or 3 hours. Obviously, the longer you let it go, the more flavor is incorporated. That's why when you eat leftovers the next day, they're really good because all of those flavors got to marry each other. And you know, we love a marriage of flavors on this channel. So now I'm going to be starting my pastas. The first time I'm going to be making handmade pasta, and I had a really good resource, The Science of the Best Fresh Pasta from Serious Eats. They had a lot of gems on there for making fresh pasta. So I'm going to be using flour and a little bit of semolina. Semolina is high in gluten, which helps the pasta keep its shape, and then it also grips onto any sauces that you're using. So I used all-purpose flour and semolina. So I'm going to dump that, and then I'm going to hollow out the middle to make like a little volcano, and then I'm going to add my eggs. And then when I add my eggs to that, I'm just going to use a fork to beat the eggs and then slowly whisk in the flour little by little. And then once that's all incorporated, I'm just going to knead it, basically like pushing it out, turning it, pushing it out. And I'm going to do that until I have a nice smooth dough ball. Don't worry about it being too dry. The more you work it, the more the flour is going to absorb the moisture from the eggs. Once I get a nice smooth dough ball, I'm going to wrap that up and let it rest for about an hour so the gluten has time to relax. Then I'm moving on to my rolls. These were the best rolls I've ever had in my life. And that's saying a lot too, because I make a lot of rolls. And I didn't know that these rolls were going to come out like this because just before I started this, I just kind of like winged it a little bit. So these are the rolls I'm going to be making. So after I weigh all of my ingredients out, I'm going to dump in my yeast and make sure you get every little last drop of yeast. I'm going to take all of these ingredients, dump them in there until I get something like this. Then I'm going to take it out, grease my bowl, cover it up, and let it rest for about 2 hours. Yeah, I said 2 hours. I don't do an hour anymore. I don't let it double in size. I do it for about 2 hours till it like triples in size. And you guys, seriously, these were, if you're not going to make anything, make these rolls. These rolls were amazing.
Yo, These right here. Yes.
Yes?
Those are the best rolls I've had, I swear to God.
So after that, we are going to start on our pasta. I'm going to cut it up into 4 pieces so that I can work little by little without it drying out. So I'm going to roll this out, and I'm going to be using my pasta machine, which is one of my favorite purchases for my actual stand mixer, is the pasta attachments. So I'm going to roll that out, and then I'm going to put my pasta machine, I'm going to be putting it on the widest setting, and then I'm going to run it through. So I'm going to be doing a trifold as soon as I run it through the first setting. And the reason why I'm doing this is so that I can have a cleaner dough when I'm running it through my machine. I don't actually think there's any significance to doing this, so you don't really have to do it. But since I like it to be nice and clean edges, I'm just going to do a trifold, roll that out, and then run it back in the machine. Now, I didn't get this on camera, but I basically run it 2 times on each setting going on the way down so that it stretches adequately. So I started on the widest setting, and then I moved it down 1, ran it through 2 times, and moved it down 1 again, ran it through 2 times until I got to the desired thickness. And then make sure I flour my surface so that my pasta doesn't stick to each other, not too much, but enough so that they don't stick. After that, I'm going to be finishing up my rolls. Punch down your dough. I'm gonna weigh them out. So I'm basically gonna be doing the same thing that I always do with my rolls. I'm just gonna press it down, then I'm gonna add my cheese in as much as I can, and then I'm gonna clamp it up and roll it like I normally do, but not too hard, because if you roll it too hard, then your dough will break and then the cheese will come out. So try to be gentle when you're rolling it. Then you're going to grease your container, your to-go container. I don't have cooking spray. Somebody remind me to get, guys, remind me to get cooking spray down in the comments, because I will forget. But if you have cooking spray, just spray it so that your rolls don't stick. Just like doing the rolls the regular way, I'm going to let them proof again until they double in size. I'm gonna let those double in size, and once they double in size, I'm gonna start on my pasta. I'm gonna throw that in there, and remember that this is fresh pasta, so it doesn't need to cook longer than 3-4 minutes. So I'm gonna salt my water per usual, and then I'm gonna put my pasta in there for about 3-4 minutes until it's al dente. Transfer that over to a bowl, and I'll put some sauce with that. Mix that up a bit, and then after I let my rolls double in size, I throw those in the oven at 375 and I cook them halfway. And after I cook them halfway, I'm going to pull them out. And this is when I add my spaghetti. Then I'm going to butter the rolls, put extra sauce on top of the spaghetti, and add some cheese. And then we're going to bake that again until the cheese melts and the rolls have browned completely on top. And that's it. And if you're here, leave me some spaghetti emojis in the comments.
Here.
Got a little something, something.
Okay. Mmm. That's so fire. Those noodles are cooked perfectly too.
Are
You
they?
made this from scratch?
Yeah. I made the noodles from scratch and the rolls.
Mmm. These are beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh, a little cheese action.
Oh, there's no cheese. Their cheese didn't pull apart.
Yo. Those are packed with flavor. Those are packed with flavor. Mmm.
W? Is this a W?
Yo. These right here. Yes.
Yes.
Those are the best rolls I've had, I swear to God.
Really?
Those are so fire.
I make a lot of rolls. I don't know if I should be offended by that.
No. Mmm. Like, they're like buttery layered, almost like a croissant. It tastes like when you got the cheese in there, the herbs, a little bit of salt.
Yeah.
Excuse me if I'm chewing my mouth.
It's
This
a
is
W. All right, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna flip over and I'm gonna try it, you guys. Well, this isn't this lovely side. Don't worry about what's going on in the back, guys. Okay. Okay. All right, we're gonna try this. I'm super excited. Feels like old times, guys. Sitting down and eating. Mmm. That's good. That is so good. My noodles came out so good, you guys. Mmm. Lee moly. It's cooled down a little bit, but mmm. Mmm, 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 mmm. You really weren't lying about these rolls. Huh?
Yo, I'm going berserk over those freaking rolls.
Are you
Those
gonna,
were so damn good.
do you want my rolls?
I just had 3 of them in the pasta, so I'm gonna chill for a second. But literally, it's like they're layered with butter like a croissant, and the salt and the cheese. Oh my god.
Dude, look at, and they're just so soft. These are probably the softest rolls. This was the pocket for the cheese. Oh my gosh. Mmm. Guys, don't judge me. I didn't put my stocking stuff, or I didn't put my Christmas tree stuff up. I was supposed to put my Christmas tree stuff up, but then I procrastinated. I gotta jet, guys. I gotta hit it. All right. Oh wait, if you guys are still here, leave me some spaghetti emojis in the comments below, and I will see you on COOKMAS Day. This will be 3. So COOKMAS Day 4? All right.